before we delve into that, I think we had an email question that came in early. Let's go ahead and pull that up, please. Thursday night, I was hit by a big pickup that ran a red light. My car is destroyed. I felt okay at first, just in shock, but I can't hardly move now. What do I do next? Never been in a wreck before, and that is Mike. And Mike, I will take that one. Obviously, anytime you've had that initial shock at the scene, it's tough to know what to do. You've been hit. Your adrenaline's pumping, and a lot of times, in my experience, a lot of people, the first thing you're worried about is that vehicle, and how am I going to get it repaired? How am I going to get back on the road? First things first, you need to make sure anytime you've had an accident, got to get law enforcement involved immediately. Get it documented. It's a requirement under the terms of your policy. Stories can change later. You want to make sure and have all that information locked down. Photograph everything. Get everything properly preserved, and make sure you take care of yourself as well. You need to go get that medical treatment. That is the first and foremost important thing, to make sure that you're able to get back and on the path to being well and properly taken care of. And then you need to start that claims process. And typically, it is much, much more effective if you call someone like me and make sure that you have that information taken care of from the start, because the insurance companies are always going to have professionals working for them from the inception, from the get-go, and there's always the concern that you may do or say something inadvertently that would potentially prejudice your case. You want to make sure and start on the right path from the get-go. So you want to get that claim open properly. You want to make sure you're preserving all potential evidence that's out there. Many times, I know that in this particular situation, there was an allegation of a red light being run, but you want to make sure that you have the witnesses to document that. In today's world, there's cameras everywhere. You want to make sure you get those to the extent those are possibly out there. You want to get those preserved, because most of those cameras will write over on very short order. So if you don't get that information very, very quickly, then it can go away. And so we have access to investigators that we use on a daily basis that are adept at getting that information, preserving it, tracking down and locating witnesses so that you can have that information while it's still fresh in those individuals' minds. Because as Dustin will tell you, in the criminal world, eyewitness testimony can not be as reliable as we would like to think it is. And it's not because people are necessarily trying to misrepresent anything. It's just things happen quickly, and your perception and reactions can be different. So it's best to get that information locked down and solidified early, get it recorded, make sure you have all of that available so that you can pursue both your bodily injury claim and, if you needed, a personal injury claim. So make sure you give us a call so we can help you get started with that process.